How's it going today, everybody? I'm welcoming you to the inaugural video for Bronco Juggalo. Hope you don't mind. I am a little bit nervous. I've never done one of these before, but I plan on coming to you on a regular with some cool freshness. On this channel, I plan on doing reviews, rankings, movie reviews, music video reviews, video game reviews, and just whatever you might want to see from me. Give you my thoughts on certain things. I am going to be doing quite a bit of Juggalo stuff, so if that's not your forte, you might not want to follow. But I'm going to do a lot of stuff that isn't too. So I hope you guys sit back, relax, and enjoy this short video I'm doing. It is my first video, and I really don't have all the equipment yet to do what I would like to do. So this is just kind of a small little test run that I'm only doing on my phone, and just for the fun of it, because it just struck me to do it as fun today. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, I'm sorry if my voice sounds a little weird. I don't particularly like the way my voice sounds on camera, but that's alright too. I just had a thought that this would be fun to do, and I'm just going to do it. All this channel is for me and my friends. And if other people want to watch it and get some enjoyment out of it, I'm glad they do, and I'm glad to welcome on board. You guys have a great one. I'm going to start my review today. Today it is in honor of a new Blu-ray I got in, the Halloween Curse of Michael Myers Producer's Cut. Now this was a very, very hard item to get a hold of for many years, but it has now been released on Blu-ray. It is no longer a myth. It is a legend. It is a real video. It's right here. See? Anyways, so I'm just going to do a quick ranking of my favorite franchise of all time in the horror genre, the Halloween franchise. I'm going to start at the worst, and I'm going to go to the best. Starting with the absolute worst film in this franchise, and I'm not going to go into too much detail on all this because I'm holding this phone up my arm, and it's going to get kind of tired. Anyways, worst film of this franchise. Absolutely hate it. To me, it's the biggest fuck you to all the fans of the Halloween franchise, to horror fans in general, in my opinion. If they would have changed the killer in it and made it anything else, it would have been okay, but not in this franchise. And that is Rob Zombie's H2. There is not one good thing I can say about this movie. It has no redeemable qualities. It is a terrible, terrible film. If you ever get a chance to own this movie, if you don't have to own it for your franchise collection, don't even bother. This movie is complete shit. Trust me, it's garbage. You'll never want to watch this movie. Unless you're a weirdo and you like that kind of shit. But hey, to each their own. My second least favorite would be Rob Zombie's Halloween 1. Once again, a movie that, while not quite as bad as the first, is really, really bad. I apologize, the sequel to the first one. The first one I mentioned. But yeah, Rob Zombie's Halloween remake, once again, crap. I like Rob Zombie as a director. He's a good director. I like what he does in his movies and makes them his way. I'm very much into House of a Thousand Corpses. My favorite is Devil's Rejects. But when he tried to give Michael a backstory, and not only gave him a backstory, but turned him and his entire family into poor white trash, it just really bothered me, because that whole point of Michael Myers' story is that the evil was supposed to come out of nowhere and just be evil for evil's sake. There was no rhyme or reason to it. He wasn't some tortured soul who liked to kill kittens on his day off. Anyway, so those are my least two favorites in this franchise. I'm pretty sure most people can figure out what my next one's going to be, and that is Halloween Resurrection. Once again, I don't have much good to say about this after the first 10 minutes. Aside from the first 10 to 15 minutes of the film, it's total garbage. And Busta Rhymes doing Kung Fu on Michael Myers did not help. That's all I have really to say about that film. Other than that, that is a completely forgettable film. I don't care for it, never liked it. I have no good wishes on it whatsoever. The only time I ever watch it is if I'm marathoning the entire series. And even then, when I marathon, I skip the Rob Zombie films. I honestly don't know if I will ever watch them again. Coming in next on my list of from worst to best is Halloween 3. I know a lot of people defend this movie. A lot of people have come up with this movie. They like this movie. Personally, I didn't like this movie. I can't stand this movie. I didn't see Halloween until I was a little bit older than others. I grew up watching horror movies, but for some reason, Halloween always escaped me. I didn't see it until I was a bit older. And when I found out there was a Halloween 3 out there, but it didn't have Michael Myers, I was just in shock and dismay and couldn't stand it. And I watch it now, and I guess I can get an appreciation for what they're doing. But once again, like with H2, if it wasn't Halloween, didn't call it Halloween, totally did something else, then it may have been an okay film. If you watch it with that mentality that it's not part of this series, then it's an alright film, but I still don't really like it. That's just me, though. Coming in next is Halloween 5. And with Halloween 5, I like Halloween 5. Every movie from this point on, I like a lot. I like Halloween 5, but Halloween 5 wasn't as good as the rest of the ones on this list. That's basically it. Coming next with that is Halloween 4. I like Halloween 4 as well. Very good. Love the ending. One of the best endings in the entire series. Awesome, awesome movie. But still just not as good as the rest. My next favorite and my number 4 on my list of the top movies is, you know what? I'm gonna do one extra because I'm gonna throw the producer's cut in there. Just because. So here I'm gonna put the producer's cut. Good movie. Very good movie. 6 is one of my favorites in this series. I just didn't like the alternate ending very much. So I'm going to throw that right here in this spot. Okay, so now then, the number 4 spot in my list is going to be Halloween H2O. I thought Halloween H2O was a great return, both for Jamie Lee Curtis and the franchise. Yeah, there are some things that are very 90s about it, and that's okay. It was 90s. I didn't care at the time. I was in high school. I remember when this movie first came out, I saw it in theaters, and then we rented it on Halloween along with Blair Witch Project. Everybody loved this film, and all we did was make fun of Blair Witch Project, which I still think is the worst movie ever made, or one of them anyways. So, yep, Halloween H2O would be my number 4 Halloween movie of all time. That is an awesome movie. The only thing that was kind of off about it was the mask. The mask was a little weird, but I still loved that movie. And I've never understood how they can mess up Michael's mask. It's Michael's mask. Just copy the same mask from the first one and they would have been fine. But, you know, artistic differences. People want to try and create something different. Anyways, I'm sorry. I have to keep changing arms because it is getting a little awkward holding this up. Next time, I'm going to try and get a little tripod to hold the thing. Like I said, I just did this video on a whim. I was watching the movie and I said, you know what? I want to watch it. I want to do a video ranking on this. Coming in at number 3 in my series ranking is Halloween Curse of Michael Myers. I absolutely love this film. It is such a good movie. I like the theatrical version. I love the theatrical version. I think it is a great movie. I think it is a great Halloween movie and one of the darkest and scariest episodes in the entire series. There's not enough I can say about it, but that's good, and I will gladly do follow-up and reviews on all of the movies if people want me to, or if I just decide I want to do them. I really don't. I mean, sure, I want people to watch my videos, but if nobody does, then nobody does. I'm doing them because I want to do them. Anyways, sorry about that. My next one would be Halloween 2. I personally love Halloween 2. I think it is a great continuation. Like so many people have said, you can start with 1 and just watch it all the way through to the end of 2 like it never even broke. Such a good movie. Very slow paced, but I think the slow pace does a good thing in this case. It really adds to the dread in my opinion. And it has my favorite kill in the entire series, which is the hot tub kill. I absolutely love that scene. Who doesn't, right? That's a guy. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Anyways. So, that is my number 2 favorite Halloween film of all time. And of course, to nobody's shock and surprise, Halloween 1. This movie is an absolute masterpiece. It is not only my favorite horror movie of all time, it is my 3rd favorite movie of all time. The only thing that comes before it is Return of the Jedi and Star Wars. And if you want a ranking on those, that's a whole different story. Anyways, those are my absolute favorite movies. Halloween 1, I cannot stop raving about, no matter who or what wants to talk about it, no matter what their opinion is. I will talk this movie to death. I will bore you to tears talking about this movie. That's how much I love it. When I hear people say, oh, the Rob Zombie movies were such great, I immediately go on the attack with people because to me they were such a disrespect to this film. This film is everything that the slasher genre is supposed to be. This film is what they modeled the slasher genre after, the modern slasher genre. This film is the scariest movie ever made, in my opinion. I am 36 years old. I have seen almost, I don't know, 500, maybe even 1,000 different horror movies. And this movie, and only one other movie, which I'll go into in another video, still to this day can freak me out. Even though I love it and I've watched it a million times and I know everything that's going to happen, the reason it can freak me out is just the simple premise of an escaped mental patient stalking a babysitter. This is before we found out that he was her brother, before all that stuff. And in the new movie that's coming out, I hear they're going to be doing some changes. Really looking forward to that movie. I'm kind of bummed about them changing the lore of him supposedly not being her brother anymore. But that's okay. As long as they do the movie good, I'm great with that. It'll just be another movie or an alternate take movie. However, I personally will think the lore will always stay the same for most fans. But it all started with Halloween. It all started with John Carpenter. And of course, I can't do a video about Halloween without mentioning the score. Who does not love that tune? There's those simple notes. It is so great, so iconic. And there's just not enough I can say that is good about this movie. There's not enough I can say to do it justice. And there's nothing that I can say to replace the fear of seeing that coming at you in the dark. Anyways, this has been my first video, guys. My name is Bronco Juggalo. I hope you had a great time watching as much as I had making it for you. And now my arm is really getting tired. So I'm going to end this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Have a good day. Peace out.